So hi everyone, this is Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today what I thought I would do is work on something totally different. And if you joined me the other day, I worked on candlesticks. And yes, I did get the other one done. And now they're sitting on my fireplace hearth because they were just a little bit too tall to go on my mantle. So anyway, I'm working with these are Ray inkers, okay? One is metallic gold and one is metallic rose gold. And then I picked up some things, and this is called glass paint, stained glass paint. They didn't have a whole lot to choose from, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money if this didn't work out. So I gave like 74 cents for these a piece. So anyway, this is for, I was looking for paint or something that would be sort of translucent for like a, what do you call it, like washi paper, because you want something that's going to be see-through. Okay, and then this paper is very thin and very lightweight. One's got a very shiny side, and one has a little bit duller side. So I'm not really sure what side I should use. But anyway, this is called glassine paper, and I ordered it on Amazon. You can order like 100 sheets, and it's for crafting or whatever. If you are moving, you could probably use this in between your glasses or your plates and bowls and stuff. But we're going to use this for crafting tonight. So I was watching another channel, and I kind of got some ideas, and I thought, well, and you know how I am. I just love to sort of run with some ideas here. I do have my scissors nearby, but I am using some double sticky tape. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the dull side. And, but anyway, I've always wanted to try to make my own. I'm not going to get that perfectly straight, am I? No, I'm not. Let's go ahead and do just a few of these. Really don't know how this is going to turn out. Now, I did order some alcohol inks, but I have not gotten those yet. I'm hoping I will get those sometime this weekend. And when I do get them, I am going to start experimenting. Oh, nuts. Oh, great. This stuff is super sticky. And that's sticking to everything. And I did not want it to stick to that. Not yet. Oh, my goodness. Wow, this is very sticky, as you can see. So, word to the wise, when you're working with this, make sure that you know exactly where you're going to put it before it starts sticking to everything. This is not what you would call like a puffy tape. It's not one of those tapes that you would use up under, say, I don't know, a picture to kind of give it depth. This is just a sticky stuff that you can use in order to, when you're done with your project, then you can stick it to your project. It's very, 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 very sticky. Okay, great. I did not get that all the way across, did I? That will be sort of in that area. Okay, I'm not going to waste all my tape doing this because I want to be able to experiment a little bit. So now I'm going to take my little scissors here. These are not my crafting scissors. We use these for all kinds of different things, but I just want to go ahead and clip that off. I hope I've been in the shot. I'm sorry I didn't. It was kind of hard to do that when I was doing, working with the candlesticks because they were rather tall. Okay. Oh, just like cling wrap, it doesn't want to get off your fingers either. All right, I want that out of the picture there. Okay, so now we're on this very shiny side. Now this is all going to be trial and error because I really do not know, to tell you the truth, how this is going to turn out. And I forgot one thing, but I'm going to see if I can just work with this. Not really taping this down too much, but I think just for the sake of doing that anyway, I'm just going to tape this down just a little bit here. Now that was nice. I kind of lost that. As you can see, I'm really together tonight, aren't I? Yeah. I mean today. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm also working with a little glass of, little cup of water over here because I'm not too sure how I want to do this. And I've got different brushes for different applications because I don't want to, I thought I would try the, now this is not going to be what you would call like an aged thing. They say not to shake those up, but I have a tendency to want to shake everything up. No pun intended. Let's see if this comes out. You want kind of a translucent paint. And I'm not too sure. I was asking my husband about it, and he goes, well, yeah, you're doing it on glass, so yeah. Well, this is not glass, though, so I'm just trying to see what it would be like. So let's see. Oh, yeah, I can see how this is translucent. Again, this is for glass. I'm just trying to kind of see what this would be like. And I've never ever painted on glass before or anything. I've not done any, what do you call it? What is it called? Stained glass works? No, I haven't done anything like that. So I'm working with my sponge brush, and I'm just kind of, we're going to see how this does first. So let me go ahead and apply some Cameo Ivory. This paint has a rather interesting odor to it. It reminds me of Fabra. What is that glue called? Well, anyway, it's stinky like that. It's got the stinkiness to it. Oh, yeah, it does have a smell about it. Ugh. I want to say Faber-Tac, or what's that other one? That 3-in-1 beacon glue. Yeah. Yeah, that does have a... Oh my goodness. Who knew? Yeah, just like my husband said, this does have the translucency that I'm looking for. I hope I don't get lightheaded from using this stuff, but I feel like I need to use a little bit more. I feel like I'm putting mustard on, I don't know, sandwich. Anyway, so let's kind of work with this a little bit more. Am I recording? Yes, I am. I was trying just to think of a cheap way to make washi paper that you could use on your projects. Okay, so that's not real aged or anything, and it's not going to get aged, I can tell you that right now. I'm just kind of getting that squished out of the brush there a little bit. Now I'm going to go on to a different application. I don't know where all my sponge brushes are, but they've made their way out of the room somewhere along the line. So now I'm going to work with this stuff here, which is this is a pigment re-inker. Really did not know how this would even work out, but I can tell you one thing, it's kind of hard to get off of there. I don't have these particular, I didn't really need to use these because I don't have the ink pad for them. But when I saw them, I thought, well, let's give that a try and see if, maybe it would be a little bit translucent. I don't know. Hopefully it won't have a really bad smell about it. So this one's going to go down here. Okay, so let's see how this one does. And I don't really need to have it mix in with my other one there. I can tell you this one has a smell all its own. Doesn't smell as bad as the other one though. So you can kind of see there is a little bit of translucency with that. Okay. I think there will be anyway. I can see as this one dries up here, this is almost non-existent. So now I'm going to try, I'm hoping that this will come out of the brush here. Pardon my arm. Oh wow, that's got a lot of metallicness to it. I'm just gonna... Really should have a paper towel in here, I suppose. But do you think I could think of a paper towel? No. I just started kind of running with the idea and I thought, well, let's see what we can do here. And this is a rose gold here. It doesn't hurt to experiment, does it? Nah. Ew. So I'm hoping that there's not so much water in this brush that... Yeah. Not sure what they mean by gold, but it definitely is more mauve-y than it is rose. It sort of has a translucency, I guess, to it. Probably has a little bit more water added to it than I wanted. So what do y'all think? Being on glassine paper, it really just kind of smooths on, you know. I think I'm going to want to have probably some paper towels in here. Yep, I think that's what I need is some paper towels here. So hang on just a second while I get up from here and get some paper towels. so far, it's been kind of interesting. Now I kind of wish I put down more tape. I wonder how long it's going to take to dry. Now, there was a mention on another video that you could use like clear shipping labels, but those would only come in like, say, a 7 or 10 pack. And depending on how many things of washi tape you wanted to make, you know, maybe 7 to 10 sheets would be good for you. But in my case, I thought that I kind of weighed the pros and cons and the cost. Online, now in locally here, we do not have a office store. Our office store closed out. So that means we have to shop on Amazon, because I don't really know what other stores might sell certain things. So anyway, getting that out of the way. But anyway, so I weighed my pros and cons on using just the Amazon website. So what I came up with is, since another video creator suggested, you know, well, I got my, they would be full sheets of labels, you know, 8.5 by 11. And then this person used some translucent paint, and it was called Golden. Well, I checked out the price on that, and it was a little bit more than I wanted to pay. So then at some point I ran across another crafter's channel, and she mentioned using glassine paper and alcohol inks. Well, when I got online to check out alcohol inks, I found that if you buy the Tim Holtz brand, and a lot of people do like Tim Holtz alcohol inks, but they are a little bit more costly. But if you want to go with a more cost-effective thing, then I just went ahead and ordered another brand of alcohol ink. So we're going to see how those will work out. But of course, I don't have them right now. But anyway, I just wanted to try these other methods of, I've not ever seen anybody work with, you know, the pigment re-inkers. I've not ever seen anybody else work with, you know, the stained glass type of paints and stuff like this. Now, this is non-toxic. It's for indoor use only. And let me see what the other one says. It's water-based. So I figured I would try these and see what it's like. Now, my husband was saying, you know, using the stained glass effect paint, even though I'm not using it on glass, he said it would be translucent for what you want it for. And I thought, oh, okay. And I said, but could you use it on glassine? He goes, yeah, you should be able to use it on paper if you want to. They just suggest that when you're using this type of paint, that you should not put it on walls. So you should not use it on surfaces like walls. So if you were going to do a design or something like that, and then they say not to use it on painted furniture. And then it says clean while using with soap and water. So anyway, I just wanted to show you what you can do in a pinch. I mean, if your Hobby Lobby store or your favorite other kind of store has a sale on these kind of things, or maybe you shop online and you hit a sale where, you know, they got re-inkers on sale, whether they might be Tim Holtz or whether they are the brand of the store that you're buying from. give it a try and see if you like this kind of thing. If it's not your thing, then maybe try something different. But I'm just saying that there might be other means out there. So now I'm going to see how long it might take to have, now this is still sticky here and there. So I'm going to just, still sticky. Let me see if I can maybe get some brushstroke type of things in here for just some effect. We have kind of a, I don't know, you could do just kind of different things, I guess. And then I'm going to use a little bit of water here to clean out my brush a little bit. But I'm just trying out different things to kind of tell you guys that there are options out there. You don't have to just stick with a certain thing, because hey, if this works, then that would be great. Or if you just want to experiment with something different, do that. Because I've been trying to do some research on this stuff and seeing if it will work. Now this is drying pretty well. If you're looking for just doing like more of an aged effect, you would probably want to go not maybe a metallic or anything like that. I just happened to see this and I thought, well, you know, hey, it might be kind of cool. But you might want to go with something that looks more aged and not metallic, as I just said. I'm repeating myself. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know how long it's going to take for the re-inkers here. These, the gold, the metallic gold, and this, they're calling this a rose gold. To me, it doesn't look gold, and it certainly doesn't look rose. It looks more like mauve to me. This is still kind of tacky to the touch here. And so is this, and I'm just gonna do that then. Now, am I going to not use these tapes just because they're a trial and error thing? No, I'll probably use them in my crafting whenever they choose to dry. So then the other thing I thought I would use is some gouaches. And I might have to change out my water here. I'm just going to show you how nice and metallic-y this has gotten here. So I'm going to stop my video for a moment, and I'm going to clean my brush. And I'll be right back with you, and I didn't mean to shake you up here. So let me pause you, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back, and it was a little while, but now I've got some light tack tape. You might have another way that you want to do this. I don't know. Oops. And again, we're just experimenting and see what we can come up with. Oh. So there we go. Now then, I am going to try some acrylic paints. This is yellow ochre. Wait a minute, I gotta make sure that this is gonna come out. Because some of these would not work for me the other day, and I was like, oh darn, why won't it work? Well, let me see if this yellow ochre will pop out of its tube. Oh, please come out, please come out, please come out. Oh, oh, there it goes. Yay, it did come out. You ever get to working on something and your head starts itching? Burnt sienna, raw umber. I'm thinking that might make it a little bit too... Let's hope this one will also pop out of there. Oh yeah, that just kind of went bloop. The things we'll try just to kind of make something kind of different or unusual, you know? Right? Right. Okay, so now with this particular kind of paint, the gouache, you can thin it out as much as you would like, and then when you do, it becomes more like a watercolor. Now, my husband informed me that he didn't know how this would work on glassine. Well, I'm here to figure that out, really. It's kind of resisting this plastic. I see that right now. Isn't that a lovely thought? Okay, so let's see how this does. Ooh. Kind of interesting. What in the world was he talking about? That is kind of producing like an aged effect, isn't it? Yep. Now what got on there? Who knows? I don't know. Well, that was my dryer buzzing. So glad that got into my video. That's just lovely. You just would not understand how many dryers we've been through since we've lived here. Yep, we've been through a lot lately. I mean dryers. Yep. This dryer that I have right now was made in 1970. And I don't want to have to spend a lot of money on dryers anymore because they're not made like they used to be. This one has been a dandy one, really has been. And yeah, probably got that a little bit too wet. But I'm gonna just leave it as is and go on from here now. I'll probably give us a nice little aged effect. Now, what I did was I cut off the other part to kind of let that dry off to itself, since we're trying different mediums here. As you can see, the one with the glass is very light. The re-inkers, of course, well, they are what they are, and they are, I don't know. We're just trying different things to kind of see what will work and what won't work. That's all we can do. Ooh, I can see that this is... I don't know what it's doing. Maybe I probably just got too much water on it. What you think? That's okay, kind of. It's interesting that way, isn't it? I did not want to use those silly scissors, but that's the ones I grabbed. Alrighty, well, let me see here. Yes, I'm working at my kitchen table again. Dining table, kitchen table, whatever you want to call it. It's a table. So how are you all doing this today? And I hope you're doing well. And I just want to give a huge shout out to all of my, to all my new subscribers and my current subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just appreciate you so much. And I just hope that you will share these videos with more of your friends. And if you will smash that like button and that lets others... it really helps my videos. In other words, I'm getting tongue-tied. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're just now joining me, thank you so much. And we are working on experimenting with making our own washi tape. So now then, there's another medium I want to try. So I have stickles. I have stickles that are in this one's called Moon Dust. And this one is called Glitter Gel, and it's called Nebula. So I'm going to work with this first. Now remember what I said, this is going to be kind of a trial and error thing. I'm not really too sure how this is going to work. This is very kind of sticky, snotty, kind of, yeah. Not sure how to work on a tape. Let's give this a whirl, shall we? You never know, it might be kind of neat. I'm willing to try something different. Who says that washi tape just has to be aged? Why can't you do something a little bit different? This one, as you can see, has little stars in it. Oh wow, that's really cool. I'm trying to get more stars on this. Now this is kind of more of a glue base to it. This is going to be kind of shiny. That looks very interesting. Might take a little while for that one to, what's with that? The big concentration of stars right there. I can hardly believe that the holidays are almost upon us. Isn't that just wild? Again, I'm working on glassine paper, if you don't know the type of paper I'm working with. If you have just now joined in on this particular side of the video. Now this will probably take a while to dry. But I'm willing to let it dry. This part here has already dried. So this lets me know that I can use gouaches. Okay, so just letting you know, I can see the tape through that, and I believe that will be translucent. So let me go ahead and get this stuff off my brush since it is so sticky. My husband always says that I never wash out my brushes, but I really do. Maybe some I haven't done in the past. But I do try to remember to do that. So anyway, let's go ahead and go with, this is called Moon Dust. Okay, so let's do some moon dust here and see what will happen. I don't use these generally too much in my crafting. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they're just across the room from me and they're on their own little shelf and they're just sitting there kind of going, there she is crafting again, but she's forgetting about us. I just tend to forget what I've got. You know, if it's not in front of me, I forget. Are you like that too? Now, see, this is just sparkles. Sparkles, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. That's all it is. And this might add a little bit of texture to your tape as well. Definitely sparkly. I don't craft every day, you know, I'm just letting you know, I just don't. I do have other things I do. I had ordered some things off of Etsy and I thought sure they would be here by now, but they got misdirected and they went further north. So I'm thinking, okay. Okie dokie. Maybe one of these days they'll get to the right destination. That's what you never know, you know, when you do order things online, you know, is it going to get here on time? And I checked with the seller and she said that she did have the correct address on there. So, you know, of course they get it directly from, I guess PayPal or whatever. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've sold things online. I used to sell some things on eBay a long time ago. But I'm hardly ever on eBay now. In fact, never. So you just kind of want to make sure that you get most of that glue out of that brush because it's going to be kind of sticky. So let's see how this is drying over here. This is still kind of tacky to the touch, but this particular, the gallery glass paint is very smooth and it kind of left a texture and it's very much dry now. But these re-inker things have not dried completely, so I'm going to let them dry a little bit more there. Okay, so we've done this, and now I'm going to, what other kind of medium can we use? Well, let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, let's just do another one of those, but let's go ahead and add maybe a yellow to that. To what we already have over here then. It's going to be a little bit different than what we have. But I do encourage you to experiment. Let me get that more on camera there and see what, and you can also see what I'm doing here. Ooh, that's kind of brown, kind of almost chocolate. Yep, that looks like chocolate to me. I don't know about you, but it looked like chocolate to me. It's kind of, uh-oh, wait a minute. Let's not go that route. Yep, let's go that route. I'm probably going to make a mess before we know it here. So let's blop that out. Maybe it'll blop. Good blop there. Oh my goodness. Start to work and then all of a sudden, I think it's my hair that's dangling down and it's touching my face and making me kind of go, ugh. I really need to lighten that up a little bit more. Let's just kind of do a little bit over there. Oh, that's kind of neat, but let's... Wait a minute, let's put it over here, shall we? Ooh, come on. Yeah, I worked with you before. Why are you stuck now? Blop, Come on. Ugh. Fine, don't come out then. These are some older washes that that my husband had, and well, they're kind of old. Just putting it out there. Yeah. Now this is a little bit more thick, so I might want to thin this down just a tad. Because we want it to be translucent. We don't want it to be thick and too thick. And you can't see my brush strokes on this, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, folks. Okay, now that looks rather aged too, doesn't it? What is that? What is that? That did not... Oh, I think the paper had some sticky stuff on it. Well, yeah, okay. Now, I've never worked with glassine paper, so this is rather interesting, I think, anyway. If you want to leave me some comments below and let me know if you've worked with glassine paper, then I'd love to know what your, if you've experimented with it. Just let me know. All right, well, that looks interesting. I just noticed that my furnace kicked on. We don't have it set real high or anything, and I have a weather thing over there, and it's saying it's 56 degrees outside, so don't really know. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to do tonight, and I wanted to see how this would work out. Now, would I apply maybe a heat gun to this? I guess you could if you don't like maybe just really put it on there, because you're going to make, I think it would do something to the glassine part of the paper. That's what I think. But again, you can try it out and see what would happen. I'm just going to kind of pick up a little bit of excess here and see what's going to happen here. There we go. Kind of looks like wood, like a wood grain. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. Now, the paper towel, I think, is kind of sticking to that a little bit, and I don't want it to stick. Oh, well, maybe that just kind of, oh, that kind of adds something to it, doesn't it? Now, you see the time. Oh, my word! Time flies when you're having fun. Gee, Manny, gosh. Really? Excuse me. Kind of rub some of that color off of there. I'm really curious at how this sparkly stuff's going to do. Because you know that's going to take a while to dry. Hey, if you're in the States and if you're watching me in the States, then this weekend we fall back. Just thought I'd let you know. So anyway, I am going to let you guys go. And I'm going to let this dry because this is still very, very sticky, as you can tell. But anyway, I might come back and do a short video, you know, add it to the shorts. And but whether or not I get it up this evening is another story. My YouTube app is acting kind of funny on my phone anyway, so we'll see. Maybe it's them. Maybe I don't think it's my phone because all my other apps are working fine. I have no idea. But anyway, thank you again for joining in with me, and I hope you found this just maybe a little bit inspirational. And if you have, let me know in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate your comments, and I do try to answer your comments or, you know, do a reply or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to let you go, and thank you so much for joining in with me, and it's been a lot of fun. Alrighty. Bye-bye.